What's going on, YouTube world? I am that dude named Dave, and I am back with another video. But before we get started here, let's do the quick house cleaning. I'm struggle streaming, so click on like, subscribe, and that bell notification. Help me get the algorithm up. Help me get these numbers up, because I'm struggling. So I'm gonna give you guys a few seconds to do that. Few seconds. All right, so you saw the title, and you click on the thumbnail. So what's this video today? MTR and Kevin Samuels met up in Vegas. By the way, I gotta say that I am a huge fan of MTR. If y'all know him, send him a shout out from me. He has been doing big things in YouTube and everything like that. So support his channel. Man, nothing but love. Him and Kevin Samuels were out talking to people. So let's get to the video.
Did we even ask that question? Are we equal? Are we equal? Men and women equal?
Physically?
Period.
I think that physically men would be stronger, but I think mentally, I think that they could be pretty equal. Just because, I mean,
What?
I was a chicken STEM for all of high school. And so when you go to robotics competitions that are international, you see that each team has less than probably 20% as women. I was on a team of 40 people and there's less than 10.
It's not because from a biological standpoint that we're that much different. It's because women choose different.
Well, can I ask a question? Why are women offended at the general idea that men are better or more capable than them when they typically choose to date superior men?
Because no one wants to lose. No one wants to be the underdog.
You
And
don't want to lose in a war.
yeah, okay.
They didn't want to lose the conversation.
We're not losing a fight.
It's just like the word better. Like, why is that a thing? Like, a man is
Well,
better than me at what?
Second place is the first loser. I'm better. It's better. We were better. You're not in Boise, Idaho right now because Las Vegas is better. You have Hard Rock on. You don't have on TGNY because it's better. Why do we accept better everywhere else between us? And here's the thing. We accept that. But it's like women today almost don't want to hear the fact that there's a hierarchy and there's winners and losers. But y'all do it. You look nice because you get better results.
That is a very, very strong point here. She got in her feelings. So why is it gotta be better? Because sometimes it actually is. There is a first place, second place, third place. There's a ranking there. You watch the game. There's got to be a winner and a loser. Every once in a while, you may have a tie in football. I mean, but that's a new rule for crying out loud. But not gonna get no sports talk. But there is a line: first, second, third place. Things rank up. But she got in her feelings, and then Kevin had to explain there is better in everything. So make it make sense here. We got to get out of our feelings. Let's get back to the clip.
All those things are accurate or true.
So what I heard is I look nice.
Oh, now, fellas, I know she was being funny. Why? She had no response. So she took it to, it's about me. All I heard is I'm pretty. Yeah, because it was a serious response that was basically a mic drop. So whenever you see that, be like, all right, then we already know what happened there. But don't let her off the hook, though, if that ever happens to you, fellas. But back to the clip.
Like women don't like a lot of women don't want to be objectified, especially in corporate America. But then these same women to go in and put on their makeup, look great, high heels, this, and I'm like, well, then what is this stuff doing? It's simulating a more sensual look. It's almost like you want to penalize men for being men, but you want women to be free to be whoever.
So
Right.
because somebody puts makeup on and does their hair, that means that they're being more sexual as a person.
Ooh, you're annoying.
It looks great with my skin tone, and they plump them up.
What does red lips and blush indicate to the human psyche, the male psyche?
I'm not sure. I'm not a man, but
Sexual flush. Sexual flush. That's why I'm an image consultant in real life. This is why red is associated with sexuality, because in the heat, when you get excited, sexual flush, blood rushes to your lips here. That's why. You may think it looks great, and it looks great to us in a different way. It's sexual.
so what if you're doing?
That's interesting there, what Kevin's bringing out there. Red lipstick, red dress. Johnny Gill with them red pumps. I know I was backwards there. I know I'm an old head there. But that is accentuated for us men to be attracted to. You saw how he brought that up, how the red flush in our faces, the blood rushes up, and then everything encompasses to our wardrobe. So the ladies, what you're doing here? Take heed of that, fellas. Interesting. Let's get back to the clip.
Business with a woman and you look sexual. What does that do for anybody?
There's a lot of men today that choose to kind of opt out of alone time conversations with women in the corporate environment because of how it can be misconstrued.
What if you're doing business with a woman and it's what? Sexual.
You look presentable as in a sexual way. How does that benefit anybody if you're working with among women?
Women leverage their looks to their advantage, as you should. Women leverage our power and our status to our advantage, as we should. On my way up here, I had 2 showgirls slap me on my ass and tell me, "Ooh, looking good." If I did that, I'd be in handcuffs. I got it on camera, by the way, guys. See?
So true. Fellas, how many times a woman's hit you and you know you can't, even in playing, you can't really hit back. You're like, you know, you want to. Women have all the leeway to do things to us, and we have to be mindful so many times. So let's get back to the clip.
See, it's okay. It's one thing. I don't begrudge women looking good. I come from sales. You don't really see unattractive salespeople because they don't sell products.
Got that right.
You know.
Hey, real fast. Are you buying something from somebody that's ugly and fat? I don't care. Don't shame me for the words I'm going to use here. Have y'all ever bought anything like of huge value for someone that was fat and ugly or looks sloppy? Nah. You want something, if it's a woman, beautiful, presentable. It's a man, tall, slender, clean, put together. But nah, you if the top salespeople, they're not sloppy, and they're not ugly, and they're not fat. It's back to the clip.
You don't see slovenly, overweight, unattractive salespeople.
Dang, I did it again.
And they put women out there, especially.
Look, one of my videos, I did the same thing, right? I was doing a reaction to Kevin Samuels, and I literally was saying something. And then when I pulled back up, he said the exact same thing here. All right. So don't get me, YouTube. I did not watch this a million times so I can repeat the same words. We're men. If we hear something, we're going to respond the same way. Don't kill me. I'm not just a parrot of his. I'm not. Please don't get me. It's back to the clip.
And women know this. So if you're willing to accept that double standard because it benefits your career and your finances, you take it also what comes with it. You can't say, look at me and how nice I look. Then if a guy hits on you, it's toxic masculinity. Which one is? You can't have both. You got to choose.
I think there's a time and a place to hit on somebody. And if we're talking about workplace,
really,
if a lady looks nice, that's not an innuendo to be like, hey, let me.
Couples meet at work. So that's bullshit. The time and the place is when women say it's okay for them, but it's always wrong for us.
Right.
Do you think it's true women
Remember
often
that,
find
fellas.
attractive men cute and romantic when an ugly one doing the exact same thing is creepy?
Personally, I mean, if it looks like maybe.
What's the difference between a cat call and a compliment?
Huge respect.
Well, I mean, well, how do you define respect when approaching a woman?
The difference between a cat call and a compliment is whether they think you're hot enough.
There we go.
The manner on how somebody does it. Like if you were to walk up to me like, "Hey, you look really nice today. I like your red lipstick." Or
No, but if that's a homeless
Hey,
person,
yourself
that says
there. You're
that, take it
annoying.
the same way.
yeah, probably. There's no difference between a.
The difference between sexual harassment and an accepted advance is just whether or not the woman likes you.
I suppose, but to the question that you asked, it is, are you being respectful when you do it? So if a homeless man came up to me and that he was like, grab her by the, I don't think you can say that
Homeless?
on there, but yeah, if you say that, probably I'd be like, get away from me. But if he was like, wow, you look really nice today, or you look nice, ma'am, something like that.
Understand that respect is subjective. What you may consider respect, I may consider to be, you may consider one standard respectful and another. The women who hit me on my butt, they thought they were being playful. But if I were to do the same thing, we know in the society we live in, that would be not to be tolerated. See, it's the double standards that the patriarchy allows women. You get to make the rules that suit you when you want to, and men are just saying, look at the hypocrisy of it all. And it,
Exactly there. Kevin is bringing that up. He said there's a time and place for everything. When do we know the time and place to approach you, ladies? How are we gonna know? You know, it's like, okay, like if you're in a bad mood, I'm supposed to stay away. If you're in a good mood, I'm supposed to stay away. You know, I don't know when it's that, so we have to shoot our shot, and hopefully, you know, we're not the bad guy. Hold back. You know, see, that's why, fellas, we're looking at the hypocrisy, like Kevin Samuels is saying, but we got to keep ourselves in the swivel too, because how they'll ding us, you know, if they thinking that we're trying to take it the wrong way here. But let's get back to the clip.
and I think that's what this conversation proves. Men have to approach you the right way, and it has to be respectful. But you don't have an LED readout on your head that tells us those instructions. We just got to go shoot our shot. And if it goes wrong, then what? Then men have a problem on their hands. When a woman does that, no real consequence.
That's a very true double standard.
At least she's
Boom.
honest.
Mic drop. Let me ask you guys a quick question as well. Do you think that pretty privilege exists in our society?
Ooh.
And if so, what are the pros and the cons of it?
Pretty privilege.
I do think they exist. I used to be super, super fat and didn't wear any makeup, which I don't think
Okay.
makeup makes you look pretty. But I saw in my life a 70-pound weight change, and people treat you 100% different.
To the opposite side of that, I've actually been
I'll be completely mean. Congrats to you for losing 70 pounds. That's good. You want to be healthy, being presentable. You understand the pitfalls of being overweight. So shout out to you for losing that weight there. Good to you.
been like this weight my whole life, and what comes with pretty privilege is a lot of jealousy and hatred. So with that, you just have to, I don't know, I'd say just consider yourself just a human.
So why do you think there's so much talk in our society about things like male privilege and white privilege, but we don't talk about beauty privilege?
I'm in sales, and people tell me all the time that I'm the best in the company that I used to work for because I had pretty privilege. And it's not. It's treating them like a human being and doing your job right and taking into consideration what they're saying and actively listening to them. And so people can assume that you have pretty privilege, but do you do the same things that I do? And do you talk to people the same way I talk to people? No, probably not.
I want to ask a question also about
All right, let me stop the video with that nonsense that she said she had pretty privilege. I mean, you lost 70 pounds. I gave you the compliment. I gave you the one up, and then you had to go there with it. Oh, maybe she does where she's at. There's some bad areas somewhere. You know, they're in Vegas. People travel from all over the world to go to Vegas. So maybe her circumstances of I'm not gonna give it to her. So that was very, very great reaction there. MTR and Kevin Samuels in Vegas there. Hey, I'm gonna be out there for the Canelo Alvarez next fight in May. So I'll talk about that later on in future videos here. So what do you guys think about this video here? A word in the street basically here, having this interview with two women and then the information that came out here. Oh, that was great, wasn't it? But let me know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe, click on that bell notification below. But until next time, I'm that dude named Dave, and I'm out of here. See you guys later.